In Debbie Tilton's house.
That was my grandfather's clambake house. That's what he called it. And he used to put clambakes on all summer, see. And the house across the street was a clubhouse for the racetrack that he had at Deer Run. So he had a racetrack there, and people used to bring their horses in. It was for sulky racing. They'd come over from everywhere as they would, you know. The old steamboats used to come in through the bridge and come up to the head of the Lagoon Pond. There was a dock right there at the dike, because that dike was built in 1850 across there. So then they'd bring the horses up through the farm and go to the track. Some of the foundation is still there for the grandstand, and they used to put stalls under it for the horses to go into. It was all part of Deer Run, where it is. That was all open land. There was not a tree in sight. The track was there, all laid out, and I used to go ride my horse around or my bicycle around it. Yeah. But I found some tickets when I was cleaning out the old farmhouse in 1904 at Girdlestone Park, and it said, you know, the horse racing, bicycle racing, baseball games, and at the clubhouse there they sold peanuts and soda pop. Sulky racing. It's a two-wheel wagon, you know, the driver sits right behind the horse there. There's trotters and pacers, and they have these harnesses so that they can only pace, you know, like this. So they can't put their legs way out. There's harness to them that controls them. They're trained that way, see. The driver just has to make them go a little faster, make quicker steps to try to win the race. Now, see, another track was up at the Panhandle in West Tisbury that old Johnson Whiting had there. That was the Whiting boy's grandfather.
Who managed the racetrack? Did your grandfather?
Yeah, he did, yeah. It was his track, and he'd be the starter there to start the horses off. I've got a picture someplace of him up on a stand, like, you know, getting the horses going, you know. He used to tell me about it, you know.
Horse races, you know, were right in Panhandle Road. That used to be in a nice open field, and they used to have horse races in there. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. Welcome Tilton and welcome and George Fred. They'd go away and they'd buy a horse. One bought one better than the other one. They'd race their horses, you know. There was a lot of fun. A lot of people put out their horses in there, you know. That was a big racetrack, beautiful. Now it's all full of trees. It's going to be full of houses pretty soon. Nothing anymore.
Did they have little surreys that they raced with, or did
Yeah.
they?
I can see them now sitting on that little bit of a thing, two-wheel gig. There's a lot of people went, you know.
And they had those all summer long?
No, just during the fair.
Huh.
Just during the fair, the 3 days. Different ones would come, you know, sometime 2 days out of the 3, you never know, whatever.
And did they have betting on them?
Oh, you bet your life they did. My horse is better than yours, you know.
And did people, the spectators, bet on the horses too?
Well, they made money, I guess, to bet on it. I remember my father used to say, you know, he made money betting. But they had beautiful horses, beautiful. They have some from Gayhead, came down, one man there, I remember, colored man, he had a beautiful, oh, wasn't he pretty? I can see him now. They kept the horses shining, you know. Everybody had horses anyway, you know, had to.